You know what's really funny, dude? Like, I'm like a full-on commie on Twitter, and he hasn't blocked me.
15 and political. Have you seen that video? The commentary Aiden tweeted at you a while back?
Yeah.
That was so fucking funny. I love the song in that.
It's like kind of accurate too. Like I know, some, like, dude, what is it?
You can't
with,
even
like,
deny it. Yeah.
What is it with like? There's like this weird mix now between like anime watchers and fucking like alt-right people. Like,
oh, that's always kind of been a thing.
And
to be fair, there's a lot of like lefties that are really into anime too. It's kind of anime is like, I feel like if anime appeals to like extremists, and I don't know why, but it does.
Because of autism.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't expect to see someone being like, the South will rise again while dressed up in a maid outfit. Like, I mean, it's a little like.
That's true.
Odd. I mean, fucking, what's his name? Catboy, Cammy. His name. Yeah, like he's like in that general like group of like on the very far right, but how it used to be is like, you know, being feminine or like displaying those kinds of traits.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, what the hell is this? This is
what is going on? It's kind of funny when you think about it like that.
Also, I feel like a lot of people on the quote-unquote alt-right now, like on the internet at least, they don't actually like hold those political ideologies. They're just edgy.
Well, there's a difference between people, like my chat is like very edgy, but I don't think anybody in my chat is really like affiliated. I mean, like some of them like are, but like I don't think the majority of people that laugh at edgy jokes in my chat are like at all politically affiliated. This is literally Flamenco. Flamenco's not even like really an extremist. It's always funny when people call him like a Nazi or some shit. Like, I mean, he's here on the call, he can speak for himself, but like, I'm just saying, like, I don't get those vibes from him really.
Most of them are just mad at the internet.
Granted, I mean, I don't really care. Like, look, I can pretty much be friends with anybody, no matter how like extreme their views are, unless there's like, they literally want to like kill people and shit. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
dude,
once people start advocating to like murder people, it's like, okay, buddy, you're fucking insane.
Like, I've always held that take. Like, I really do not give a fuck like how extreme your politics are. Like, I've generally accepted everybody is pretty fucking extreme in one way or the other. So I don't really gatekeep, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I can't be friends with that guy, he thinks this. It's like, well, yeah, even if it's like a fucking crazy out there opinion that I don't agree with, it's like, okay, it's just a fucking opinion. Like, I'm not gonna fucking cry about that shit. Who fucking cares?
Okay, we're still friends, and you know, I advocate for like the global elite to be put to death.
Yeah, but Aiden, I agree with you. No, I'm just
That's also funny to me. There's like a couple like left-wing and right-wing beliefs that kind of intertwine.
Yeah, literally. Dude, horseshoe
like, theory
is real. I don't care what anybody says. That shit is fucking true as fuck.
Like they're like,
hate to say it because Sargon is right in that instance.
Yeah.
On the left, they're like eat the rich, and then on the right, they're like the rich are pulling all the strings. Fucking George Soros.
Except instead of the rich, it's the Jews.
Okay, all right, buddy. Well, Bill Gates.
Well, no, I'm saying that's what they say. Like, I'm not saying like.
Well, it's not just that. Bill Gates isn't Jewish, and he's also like the target of a lot of
Yeah, Aiden, I'm not defending this position. I'm saying that's what.
I'm not.
Let's be careful here, buddy.
No, I never said you were defending it. I'm saying they also are against rich people. Like on the right, they're against rich people who are also.
Well, the right's dislike of Bill Gates has more to do with his presence on Epstein's flight logs.
Okay, everybody who is somebody was on those flight logs.
Scorching hot Aiden take.
They all need to be tried and publicly executed on a guillotine. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought Aiden was about to defend all the people on the flight. It was like, everyone did it. Who cares? Like,
no. First of all, Epstein, they should have built him his own prison to make sure he wasn't killed and like put it in the middle of Alaska where like nobody could get to him, just so he could torture him for him to reveal all those names, get all of the names on the list. We can get rid of Epstein once he's given us all the names. We can take all of those names, you know, you can line them up against the wall, or you can
Aiden, this is the problem with you though. It's like, I agree with what you're saying, but you're doing this like cringe thing all the socialists do online. It's like this cringy role play where they're like, oh, kill the billionaires, put them on the guillotine. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, that shit is so unbelievably cringe.
We'll bathe in their blood.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That shit is like, shut the fuck up, dude. Revolution my ass, dude. You're sitting in your fucking room talking about this shit. It's like when I hear people like Vosh talk about how much they're changing the political landscape. It's like, dude, you jerk off in your bedroom talking about like socialism and how great Bernie Sanders is. It's like, that's fine, but it's like, you're not changing shit. You're just talking.
Oh yeah, we agree. I think Vosh's people like him and Hassan kind of suppress leftist ideologies from like taking any action. They make you think that,
well, they're not doing anything, they're just reacting.
No, Hassan makes you think that voting and just like screaming online will make a difference, or like a change.org will make a difference. The only thing in history that has made a difference is taken through violent means. And
these people unironically think that when AOC played Among Us with them, that was like normalizing socialism and changing political discourse in America because they played Among Us on Twitch. Like, that's what they actually think.
She voted on the bill, and she voted on the bill to give Israel $1 billion. She's supposed to be the really progressive one.
And then she had a big old cry about it.
There's no difference between the Democrats that are in charge and the Republicans that are in charge. They both have the same goal, and that is to support the elite, support the rich, support Israel, and quite frankly, they don't care about the American people, they don't care about poor people, they don't care about the workers, and the whole government needs to be reconstructed because there is not a single politician I've looked at that isn't serving like a secret purpose.
What's that secret purpose, Aiden? Come on, spell it out, buddy.
Domination over people. They want to make people as submissive as possible to work for them.
And breedable.
Aiden's like, shut up, I was making a point.
Also, I do believe in the division of the United States. I think.
What does that mean?
I think it would be fine if we broke into different...
succeeding?
I think, yeah, like, I think Texas should be its own country.
I actually agree.
We all vote under, like, one political climate, but the thing is, like, the issues in Texas and what's going on in Texas are not the same as the issues that are happening in Chicago. They have the same politicians.
Oh, yeah, Aiden? What are the issues in Chicago, buddy?
We need a special set for each place, and I think each place should, you know, I think it's not that bad of an idea to separate the country into smaller republics or nations, and don't think that's...
Yeah, it's not happening.
That's an interesting take, but again, I was like what Flamenco just said. I feel like that's like a terminally online take. Like it's just like you can like think about that all you want, but is that ever gonna happen? Probably not.
To quote Norm Macdonald, what you just said sound like a bunch of fucking commie gobbledygook. Because like what's her fucking face? The unfunny girl, Sarah Silverman was saying that shit because she has a podcast for some fucking reason.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh boy, I can't wait to hear what Sarah Silverman thinks about X topic. Oh boy.
I think the biggest crisis right now is how overcrowded this planet is. There's not enough room for everybody. And I think that this planet should at most have 1 million people on it.
1 million?
1 million.
You know,
wait,
really
not a billion, but
that,
one. I mean, what's saying 1 billion is a pretty like. You said 1 million.
1 million. 1 billion's too much.
Are you wait, is this a real take? I can't tell.
The amount each person contributes to global destruction, 1 million would be a sufficient number of people.
Okay.
If we just get rid of all people, like poverty.
Damn, Aiden, that's a really good idea. You should start with yourself.
You should start it. Yep, do it!
Got him.
Aiden advocating genocide. Genocide is like targeting a particular group. Well, I guess I'm targeting humans.
Humans?
If you consider that, okay. I mean,
R.I.P. Aiden. Go practice what you preach, buddy.
Yeah, otherwise you're no more of a hypocrite than Hassan.
Aiden unironically sounds like Thanos, but dumb.
You don't think we have too many people?
Probably.
I think that if we get too many people, eventually, I guess, like, global catastrophe is going to solve the problem for us.
I feel like some countries have too many people and other countries are doing just fine. I feel like human beings aren't spread out enough.
I don't know, I also just think, like, a lot of, like, just in multiple cultures, like, giving birth is just so encouraged.
Yeah,
like,
doesn't nobody want kids right now in America?
That's not true, dude. I went out to Utah where there are a lot of Mormons, and a lot of Mormons believe that using protection of any kind is against God, and when God wants you to stop having children, he'll stop making the woman pregnant.
Yeah,
and I said
but Aiden, how many of the country are Mormons?
Not a lot, but Utah has 2 million, and if each of them are having, on average, 5 kids or more, that's 2 million is gonna... Utah's a fairly new state. You know, over time, it's gonna just get bigger and bigger and bigger, but that's besides the point. That's one part of America. But like this one lady I was talking to, I was trying to understand her belief system. She had 16 children, and her older kids, she was forcing the older kids to basically parent the younger kids because she, as one woman, could not parent 16 children. So the older kids looked exhausted and had no social or personal life. And I said, or I didn't say, I thought she is just having children to make them miserable, because she shouldn't have children and then not be the one to take care of them. And her ideology was just so stupid. You know, she could probably at this point be at 20 children because she said her and her husband will never use protection. Apparently the Mormons wanted Utah and some other states to become a Mormon superstate. Yeah, the state of Deseret, there was a war fought over it between the United States military and...
All right, but if we want to play like anecdotes or whatever, like most of the people that I know like do not want to have kids, which is surprising to me. Like I want to have kids, not now. now, but like eventually I do. But like most of my friends or whatever like do not like care at all about that, which is unfortunate. But I mean, that's just the state of reality that we're in right now, you know?
It's her choice to have 20 children. It is her choice to have 20 children, but if she has 20 children, she should be single-handedly responsible for taking care of all of them, even if that means she never has a social life again and is locked in her home 24/7. If that's her choice, then she's gonna have to deal with that, and she shouldn't force her kids to then slave away to take care of her other kids.
That's 100% true.
I don't know. They're just fucking stupid. There's so many stupid beliefs I've just like come across that have made me like lose faith in people.